P. Kofa. Excuse me. G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. What is going on, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Today is October 4th, 2023, the year of our Lord. The time is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell, right there at the bottom of the screen. This is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I like to say positive fuck it because oftentimes men say fuck it and start over drinking, over drugging, doing all the other stuff. I want you to find a positive fuck it. She left and took the kids, fuck it. Keep on going. You lost your job, fuck it. Keep on going. So that is what we do here. I thank you all for being in the building tonight. Go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. Let me find my button. Let me find my boy. Go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful Lord. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
bring it back on me. Again, thank you all for being in here. Let's go ahead and get the preliminary housekeeping out of the way. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. Utilize it as you see fit. I'm also open to super chats, super stickers, any other way you like to donate to the channel to help the channel to grow. You also see the email on the screen. That's growthtalk.podcast. That's at Gmail. Hit me up with questions, ideas for the show. Shoot me videos you want me to react to, get my thoughts on, general questions. I like to reach out to the guys. I'm not charging right now to, exchange phone numbers, get on the phone and listen. Haven't got to that point yet. Get in there slowly, but I'm open to hear other men's stories. So y'all make sure y'all follow through the email and share your stories with me. I promise you I'll keep them confidential. Won't share anything online that you don't want me to share. Y'all know how it goes. You know how to use YouTube. However, I always got to say this. Take your shoes off when you come in my house. Hit the like button. The like button is free. If you don't want to donate, I understand. If I have to earn your subscription, new viewers, new subscribers that maybe trying to stick around, see what this guy's talking about. Maybe you just happen to see me on your YouTube homepage. You sticking your head in the door, want to see what's going on. If I have to earn your subscription, I respect that. I'm going to keep cooking, so you might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But the price of admission is hitting the like button. Take your shoes off before you come in my house. Simple and easy, and it's also free. So let's go ahead and rehash last night. I spoke about the Eboni K, most recent comments about, her going through her fertility and black women's dating pool dwindling as you get to 40 and even going further on into 50. We left off with her Breakfast Club interview. So that's where we're going to pick up tonight. Usually I don't go on Wednesdays. My time slots are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday during the week at 7:30 p.m. Sometimes I might hop on the weekend, but hard times are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Tonight, we kind of cut it short last night, so we're going to pick back up from where we left off about 16 minutes into the interview. So if you missed last night, go ahead and join the replay gang. Circle back from last night. Watch that as well. We're going to pick up where we left off from last night. I do want to say this. I had to switch some things up with the whole Elmo Sesame Street L that I threw out there because Sesame Street caught me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
They hit me up for a copyright. It wasn't a strike. I'm disputing it because it was only a couple of seconds. I provided commentary before, during, I think, and after that little snippet I played. So I had to switch it up tonight. But let me slide over to the comments. Okay, shit, we don't have any comments. It's all good, bro. We're going to pick back up on this. I know y'all been hearing it all week. Some of y'all tired, but I'm giving you my take on the situation and why it is important for men to at least hear these women out, one, and two, be able to provide commentary. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones dealing with them or trying to deal with them a lot of times in relationships. But it's interesting. I want y'all to listen to the rest of this Breakfast Club interview. As always, I'm going to stop it, provide commentary throughout. But again, I thank you all for being in here. Mo on the go in the building. What's going on, sis?
You go, girl!
She says, wow, Elmo don't play. Nah, Elmo and me had a little bit of smoke today. I looked on my channel, had to switch some things up. One more thing too, Mo. So I know you said you clicked on the Growth Talk merch. Those of y'all that are coming in, go ahead and look in the description. The link to the merch channel, the merch website should be in the description. I got to double check, but I'm pretty sure I put it in there. But go to growthtalkmerch.com. You'll see the hoodies. You'll see the coffee mug. Still building up the inventory. But yeah, Mo, I went back and looked at your message, and you said you were trying to get the Stop Lying on Black Men hoodie last night. So I got to go back just for you because your request. I got to add the pink version. There is no pink version right now for the ladies for the Stop Lying on Black Men. I did the Hotter Than Fish Grease and Wake Your Ugly Ass Up. I know I did the Hotter Than Fish Grease because Mona D asked for it. So I made sure I added that in pink. So again, Mo, I apologize. I'm still building up the inventory, but I will go back in and add the pink version of that hoodie for Stop Lying on Black Men. I thank you for giving me the heads up last night. I went and double checked. I'm going to go ahead and add it back in, sis. Thank you.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
But let's go ahead and get back to some of these L's that some of the sisters are going to have to hold. Matter of fact, ladies, you drop this.
This is letter L, upper and lowercase letter L.
Bring it back on me. Let's go ahead and pick back up. Give me a second. Make sure we're good. Yeah, Breakfast Club. I think we're at like 16-minute mark. I'm going to try to start it back from a little bit. Shouldn't be on here too long tonight. I know every time I say that, I end up going 2 hours. But I'm really just trying to cover this interview in this part 2 series. And then we'll be back in this thing regular scheduled time tomorrow night. But let's pick it up from right here. This is Eboni K. Williams on the Breakfast Club speaking about her comments about women, about their infertility. Well, not infertility, but them choosing in vitro and how the dating pool is getting smaller and some of the hard decisions they're going to have to make as they get older. And the sister Lauren on the Breakfast Club as a guest host, they were kind of having their lady talk. Initially, Eboni said, and everybody agreed in court, including Charlamagne and, of course, Envy, talking about, this isn't a conversation for men. So this is why I said just hear the ladies out, but I am going to stop it and commentate because I do believe this is a conversation for all of us. Now, granted, it's their body, their choice, but I find it interesting that when Black men are talking about their money, their time, their body, their choice, their children, Black women always have something to interject and throw into the damn conversation. Nobody bats an eye, and we're told that women are smarter, more mature than us. Everything, y'all know how I go, and we just need to shut the fuck up and listen, even when it's a conversation initially starting out with just men. They always inject themselves. It's always some gatekeeper, white knight ass men that's like, come on in, ladies, comment on our shit. So this is why I feel free to comment on their shit. Get out your feelings. Let's go ahead and kick it off.
It's placed on my timeline, so I get it and I feel it and I stop and I listen either way. But
and I'm glad you do. Shout out to the team at the G.R.O.W.T.H. Go ahead.
But
what did you agree with, though, Lauren?
But I was going to get to that. But what I did agree with was the fact, like when you started talking about the pool of men getting smaller when it comes to those men who will be honest about what they want when it comes to the family, a woman, they are actually worth the time, the energy. It's consistent. You're getting the same energy that you're putting out. It does get smaller as you get older. And like now that I'm out here in the dating world, I'm like, oh, okay.
And keep in mind, you're only 30.
Right.
31. So
and it's like
as you get to 40, the pool has shrunk further. 50, even more so. And I've dated
Girl,
up
I'm
to
gonna have a man
late
before I'm
50s.
50. I'm gonna have a man before
And
I'm
listen,
50.
I'm not
Claim it,
even.
Lauren.
I got something up before that, baby.
I actually believe in the power of the tongue. So I believe, so you speak, so you have, and you will desire. I do want to speak to the fertility part because it's very important.
It is.
As I sit here with y'all today, I'm literally on some fertility drugs. I am preparing for my embryo transfer in the next few weeks. Now, I'm 40 years old, just turned 40 a couple of weeks ago. Y'all know I've been very transparent about my motherhood journey. I'm doing it solo by choice. Y'all know I froze eggs at 34 years old. I'm doing this. I'm excited to be a mom. I'm scared as hell. I know it's going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and yet I cannot wait to enter this mother era of my life. And also, Lauren, I don't think this is how most Black women want to do it.
Why? I was going to say, why solo by choice?
Well, several reasons. Number one, I'm no longer willing to wait to activate my pursuit of motherhood. I'm no longer.
Pause it. Y'all understand that, fellas. You heard what she just said. She's no longer willing to wait to activate her pursuit of motherhood. I've said it 100 times. A lot of times in our community, we do not stress anything but white Jesus and black mothers. When men want to pursue to something, if he's hyper focused on his goals, his job and all that, they'll kind of low key applaud that and, oh yeah, go ahead, bro. But then when it gets to a certain point, he's over 30. He does, especially 40. I got friends over 40, solid brothers, good job, good black men, all that shit. Want a wife and kids, but they're not going to date a single mother because they're not going to take care of another man's child.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Everybody has something to say about that. If he's over 40 and childless and a solid brother, then he must be gay. We hear this trope all the time. Again, the only reason I'm injecting my commentary into this because I want brothers to start learning how to listen and don't just receive shit just because it came from a woman. Flip it over on his head. There's a other side of the coin for it for men. So just keep that in mind. People don't like what she said because, oh, we're still great as black women and stuff like that. And this is one of the things that I do agree with Ebony, but I want to point out the little nuances that a lot of people are going to miss because the next conversation, the next panel, the next podcast, the next YouTube channel is going to push back against men that say, hey, this is what I don't want and this is what I want. And they're going to tell him he needs to step up his game, namely his fucking money. And then when he does that, the first thing somebody is going to tell him, you know you can have money and still be lame, right? It's going to go right back. They're going to keep moving the goalposts. I just wanted to pinpoint these little things, these little nuances, like I said, that people need to start paying attention to because when it comes down to a black man and what the fuck he wants for his life, like not dating a single mom.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Everybody got something to say and got a shitload of questions. Let's keep going. Then I'm going to get to y'all comments.
Willing to wait. I've been married and divorced in my late 20s. I had also a long-term relationship many years ago. I ended a engagement during the pandemic. I'm ready for my baby. Right. I am ready to build my legacy in this way. I am ready to pour into someone other than me finally. It took me a very long time to get here, but when she's ready,
with you right now,
she's ready. Okay. Now, I don't think that most women, most black women desire doing this journey alone.
That's very important.
It's very important. Yeah. And I know that you mentioned yesterday the egg freezing, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I think that is marketed, not just you, Lauren, I think in general, that is in a lot of these comments, right? Well, girl, just freeze your eggs and don't worry about the rest. Nah, that's some bullshit. Because I'm here to tell you because I'm living it, right? I froze eggs at 34. I never thought in a million years I would need to use them, right? Because why? I was in a loving, committed relationship. These were my spare. Have you frozen eggs at this point, G.R.O.W.T.H?
No, I thought about doing it last year. I thought about starting the process.
Okay, so let me just, and this is not investigative. I'm just trying to see something here. Do you know how many eggs, on average, a woman should have on ice, on reserve, frozen, for a probability of one live birth?
No, I don't.
About 20. Then if I say, okay, how many egg retrievals are required to get about 20 eggs in a woman that's, say, 35 and up? The answer is at least 2. What's the cost average of an egg retrieval? Amy probably knows this, but he knows it's between $12,000 and $15,000 per retrieval cycle.
Got most of
Pause it for a second. Brothers, did you hear those numbers? $12,000 to $15,000 per retrieval, them going to get the eggs and implant them and see if the pregnancy takes. $12,000 to $15,000. Now, she's talking about doing that from a single mother standpoint. I want you to think about the woman that you're with. I want you to think about your wife. And I say woman that you're with because there's a lot of y'all dudes out there been in these long-term ass relationships. You still ain't married that woman.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
But y'all up there like the old folks say, you're up there shacking, doing everything under the sun. I want you to understand how much money you may be getting ready to spend. Once again, why I'm injecting the men's side into this, because nobody thinks about that. Once again, if you feel pushback, you mad at me for what I'm saying, want this red nigga to shut the fuck up. It ain't your business. This about black women. Until that man can't foot that bill, now he's fucking up her opportunity for motherhood. Now she get to skip her ass over and go over to some dude that can take care of it. Again, I want to point this shit out because we know how it gets actually fleshed out. This isn't some fucking fantasy. This isn't some make-believe land that we're in, that a lot of women live in, this fucking delusional ass box. So again, I'm not mad at Ebony. She's telling y'all the fucking truth. But again, I wonder how many women in Lauren's age group are actually going to listen to this shit and start implementing it. There are plenty of solid ass dudes out there, solid ass candidates. Again, brothers, I want you to pay attention. When she doesn't want you, she doesn't want you for your character. She gonna go get her back beat in by these other dudes. Maybe she had an abortion. Maybe the pregnancy doesn't take. Whatever the case may be, she's young and having her fun, and she don't want nobody to steal her youth. Again, I keep saying it, ladies. Either the medical field is killing you because you don't want to have a baby by the wrong dude, because y'all always say how hard it is, how pregnancy is and all that. But then you're actively making a choice 5, 10, 15 years later after geriatric pregnancy, and now you're going to perform this miracle birth with the miracles of modern medicine. So either the medical field is killing you or they are helping you. Which one?
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Again, brothers, I just wanted to point out to us how much money you're looking to spend for something that may not take place. Let's keep on going.
Insurances don't cover.
Most insurances do not cover unless you're working at Google or Amazon. And by the way, you probably need to be married for them to cover it. Otherwise, they consider it elective. They don't recognize it as infertility in the way that married couples that struggle to conceive have. So what I'm saying is the egg freezing route, the single motherhood by choice route, the IVF route are amazing technological tools, Lauren, but they are wealthy women tools. Period. Let's be very clear. That is a rich woman option. If you are...
You heard that, ladies. Rich woman option. Why am I talking about this once again? Because the average day-to-day woman is going to listen to this shit, bring that shit back to her man, tell him that she doesn't need him, go off, do that shit, and guess who's supposed to listen to this shit online? At the family function. In the break room with the women at work. With the woman that he's with. We got to hear that shit. We got to deal with the brunt of your fucked up decisions about whatever your life choice is, whether it was bad dudes or you chose a career over a family. I say it all the time. We have traded in our families just to have fun in the black community. Most of the time, my opinion, maybe I'm biased as a black man. Most of the time, that decision is coming from a black woman. A lot of this shit going on in the black community, kids failing out of school, getting in trouble, the recidivism rate in prison, all that shit is connected to single motherhood, which should then be connected simply to who your pussy got wet for.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
But Ebony herself just told you these are rich women's options. Unfortunately, a lot of sisters can dress themselves out of their class. Bank account don't look like that, but she look like new damn money. But her bank account don't look like that. She's around the average day-to-day dude that he can actually reach out and touch her, sitting beside her on the bus, sitting beside her at Starbucks. We see you, ladies, but y'all hear stuff like this from this wealthy black woman, and she's telling you this shit, trying to give you a heads up, which I'm not mad at, once again, but it needed to be talked about because I'm going to boil it down to the average day-to-day brother and the headache that we have to deal with so many times, and nobody gives a fuck. Until we make a decision for ourselves not to be stepfathers, then we got to have a whole goddamn town hall meeting of the black community and try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with black men across the board. All of us just fucked up.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let's keep on going.
Nobody's more important to me in our society than our educators, right? So let's say I'm talking to my soror who's a teacher in Memphis, Tennessee, who's probably on average making $65,000 to $75,000 a year doing some of the most incredible work of our community. Where's that sister getting $30,000 for 2 retrievals or even $15,000 for one? And that's before I've done a transfer. That's before I've had a failed transfer and having to do another one, which Envy has experienced, and thank God they had a healthy baby subsequent that naturally.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? It's just more to it than just freezing eggs.
I get you. I think with that part, for me, I was speaking from my own personal experience. And I think that, like, hearing you respond to it, I can understand your response to what I said. But I think maybe I should have been a little bit more clear because for me at that
still freeze them though, by the way, because you have money.
At that time when I was thinking about doing it, it was because the insurance that I was getting through my employer supported that to a certain extent where anything, like, yes, it is expensive, but I would have been able to figure it out. So I think
you should still do it. I don't want that missed here. I'm still encouraging you to do it.
I will say I got like scared out of it a little bit. Only because
fear is not of God. Don't do that.
But more so because of what like Envy shared with me, what you talked about, like going through all of that and then
I'll go with you
to not work, right?
I'll go with you.
We could talk about it.
I'm very serious.
Okay.
I really so I'm saying two things here, and this is important in this conversation, y'all. I encourage people, I'll say, to hold space for more than one thing at one time.
Yeah, that's true.
Saying,
and that was my reasoning, right? Because first, let me get back to one thing. So then you talked about the people with the resources who are able or not able to do it because of financial reasons, right?
Right.
And when I heard you say the women in college, because another issue that I agreed with, but some people were like, about was. Because I think
what were they like, Lauren?
Right. The headlines didn't help, right? Because what the headlines are saying is like, Eboni K. Williams is saying while you're in college, you also should be trying to get a ring too. Or like people,
there's a big if, which you acknowledge.
I pointed that out because that matters,
that
right?
If that is one of your primary goals,
if you choose that. But but I think when you said that with the women in college, I thought about me and my friends in college, right? While we're in college, we don't have the money to do that. But when we graduated, we all became very successful in our careers, financially doing well. We had that resource because we were Black women who took the time to get our education.
Gotta pause it. Same stereotypical trope. Nigga, I don't need you in college, even though you're a college-age Black man. I see you're on this trajectory of trying to do the right thing and actually having a career, but they're still not choosing the brothers in college on the same life path as them. Then after college, they become uber successful, so that shit even heightens even more to, nigga, I don't need you. I want y'all to pay attention in a little bit because they're going to start talking about who raised them and what they were told not to do as far as stay away from men and shit like that. So a life you could have already built, still been on the same path. And this is the interesting thing I want to point out to the brothers. It's interesting to me that women will forego a serious relationship, but they'll more than likely, most of them have kids, those that have one usually have two or more by two or more men. So when these women are foregoing serious relationships for either motherhood or career, they want to turn around and say there were no eligible men when you're sitting there saying I was in college and I chose not to be with these guys. I was just focused on my damn studies.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And then after the studies and you look up early 30s, because again, they're going to be popping that shit at 30, 31. All the way up to 35, 36, going to be running that mouth. Then they hit 40. I asked yesterday, and I just found out, going back listening to this interview, remember about 5 months ago, Eboni K was talking about not dating a bus driver. She was 39 years old then. Since then, she turned 40 like a couple of weeks ago. Now we get the realization. Now we get the shit that Black men have been saying since time immemorial. And the things that that Kevin Samuels was saying more recently, and they act like this man was the damn devil. Again, a lot of these female content creators keep rehashing things that Kevin spoke about openly and honestly with Black women, trying to give them the best advice he could give from a man's side of the coin. They didn't want to fucking listen because you not a woman. But again, flip the coin over. We're always supposed to take in consideration women's thoughts and feelings. I forgot at the top of the show, and pivot real quick. Salute to my Facebook audience that may be watching. Salute to you guys. YouTube is my baby. YouTube is my home. But I did want to start sharing this content with Facebook. A lot of the times, YouTube, when I share the community tabs, the shorts and stuff like that, I also share it on Facebook and Instagram. For whatever reason, I don't know what I got to do to update my Instagram so I can go live on there at the same time as well. But salute to my Facebook audience. Excuse me. Let me pivot real quick. I'm going to get to y'all comments, then we're going to keep on rolling. Where we at? Look, Mo says, like I said, raw dog and Pookie is the poor woman's IVF.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And so many do it, sis. BT said he is on tonight. So yes, I think BT, you go on at 8:30 tonight. So as soon as we wrap up here, y'all do me a favor, slide over to Broker Traditions, support him as well. Thank you for all being in here again. Dr. Mark in the building. What's going on, Doc?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Blue Exodus, I saw you sneak in earlier, bro. I appreciate you. He says, yep, Tamo, women have been doing this. One of the reasons it's important for men to be careful with their seed. They look at those men as a free seed.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Exactly my point. They'll go get the baby out there, dude, and then cry, I'm a struggling single mother. Y'all don't know how hard it is. When it was a brother ready to walk with you, lock and step, lead you, guide you, all that other pretty shit y'all want to talk about. At the end of the day, there is somebody out there willing to be with you long term and create a life with you. But a lot of sisters don't want that. Again, they choose the Pookies, the Ray Rays. They choose their career. They choose their friends. It's a lot of things that men come behind. Her family, her friends, her education, her job. The list can go on. Her past boyfriend, she ain't never shake that off. So you competing with a ghost as a man. Her goddamn dog. And then you. We come behind a fucking dog.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
And then you tell him he need to step his game up some more so he can be number one in her eyes. And even as he's scaling and skilling up, when he's going through the process, he still has to deal with being a fucking human being and just going through shit in general. And then the women we often love and we're trying to build something with are the main culprits. A lot of times, brother, we be sleeping with the enemy. I just want y'all to wake the fuck up. Again, because I did it. Like Ebony is giving Lauren game, I'm trying to give you some game. It's a lot of times these women are going to say this shit. They're going to be married. They're going to go through the divorces. They're going to say, fuck these niggas, throw on the red dress, hit the streets, hiding ass. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to damn do. Not saying all of them, but the majority. They're going to do whatever the hell they want to do sexually. And then when it's like, I'm ready to be a mother. They don't give a fuck about you being no father. And true enough, we cannot become fathers without them, but they can't become mothers without us. Even with in vitro, there's a man involved somewhere in the process. Some dude had to shake dice into a damn cup, skeet in the damn cup, sign some paperwork, an NDA or whatever, saying whether or not he wants his actual child to be able to find him. So he could walk out of there completely anonymous after he done nutted in a goddamn Dixie cup.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
Women will choose that shit, not get in contact with the father, not want any contact with the father, simply because she wants to be a mother. But God forbid again, a brother doesn't take care of his kids or doesn't know that he has kids because the woman lied about it. I told y'all I've been on my damn paternity court kick.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
I've been watching so many of these damn shows where guys are finding out their fathers 20, 30 years later, woman grown as hell, man got about 4 or 5 grandchildren that he never knew about because mama was on that thought shit back in the 70s and fucking 80s, but nobody wants to talk about that type of shit. But again, they're having this conversation in an open platform, open forum that's going global, but yet and still, this isn't a conversation for men. Let's keep on running.
And then apply it to what we wanted in life. So I instantly put those women in that category. So I didn't even think about the people who weren't financially able because I thought that the people that you were speaking to, back to your point of who you were talking to, were women that one day would be able to do it. And the reason why I was like, that's not what I wanted to hear was because I felt like how I've been spoken to is like people will tell you not to do things, right? Because they will say, okay, well, it's going to be financially hard, or where will you get the resources? And it's like, why can't I afford to do it? Like,
yeah, but you understand clearly. If you've, I'm not sure for how familiar you are with my content, Lauren, but the folks here in this room that are, everything I talk about is about prosperity and living a first-class American wealthy existence for Black folks. Period.
I know that you do that, but when I hear that and I know how people will take it and the conversation will run, some people will take it and the conversation will run, they may not know that and they may not present it that way. So now, to me, I feel like I put a dark cloud because now you're like, okay, these women are in college And then most of I know I'm a black woman, so when I'm hearing that, I'm instantly like, okay, people are going to use this to be like, the black women who graduate with the degrees, they don't have those options because of A, B, C, and D. Number one being finances,
no, it's
right?
the opposite,
and that's not a
right?
conversation that I don't want.
No. So I think that's
or
so
people like
interesting
me.
that's the way you heard it. I believe that's the way you heard it. But I think that there are also people that hear it the complete opposite way, Lauren, and we have to make the space for that. I hear you saying you heard my commentary in general, and you heard a woman advocating for a glass being half full. Half empty rather. And then there are those that heard what I was saying and was like, shit, that's some great perspective. I wish someone would have told me when I was positioned to do something about it. I am certainly going to advance this piece of advice and commentary to my children or the kids in my church or the kids in my, Jack and Jill chapters or whatever in the world, and making sure that they have this piece of knowledge or optionality that I'd never had because no one ever told me, and they're seeing it as the glass half full.
And I love that.
Pause it. No one ever told me. That's a goddamn lie. Again, like we talked about last night, the older women have been telling y'all, us men, remember when we were little boys and an old lady at church, grandmama, auntie pulled them young girls to the side and couldn't nobody tell them shit. So to sit up here and tell that bold-faced lie, Ebony, that, no one ever told them. Y'all don't let black men slide when we didn't know shit. The first shit out of everybody's mouth is, you a grown-ass man. But you don't know what you don't know, right? But they're going to talk about that. Nobody ever told them. Then they're going to turn around. I'm going to let y'all see it, but I got to tell you ahead of time. They're going to turn around and say, I was told to do X, Y, and Z. You see how they contradict themselves? So either nobody ever told you that this is going to be the end result, or they straight up told your ass to stay the fuck away from men. Now they're telling you to stay away from men, but you've been fucking, you've been in relationships. So something ain't adding up. Again, sisters, y'all going to have to hold this one.
This is letter L, upper and lowercase letter L.
Bring it back to where we were.
Morning, everybody.
Williams is saying, while you're in college, you also should be trying to get a ring too. Or like people.
Bring it back exactly where we were. Again, I just had to point that shit out.
Half empty rather. And then there are those that heard what I was saying and was like, shit, that's some great perspective. I wish someone would have told me when I was positioned to do something about it. I am certainly going to advance this piece of advice and commentary to my children or the kids in my church or the kids in my, Jack and Jill chapters or whatever in the world, and making sure that they have this piece of knowledge or
We just heard that. I got to get to this comment though. Blue, salute again, bruh. Thank you for being in here. You said you caught another live. I'm live, y'all, for the new subscribers, new viewers. I'm live Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. If y'all see me out of the local cigar bar, say what up. But Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I go live at 7:30 p.m. What does Blue say? I think I'm getting ready to lose the comment again. Bring it back up one more time. Blue says the majority of my white male friends are married and their wives were all under 30, besides one, at the weddings. Meanwhile, look how black women tend to think, but it's always Jermaine's fault.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Mo says my IG is full of white people getting married. Felicia says, good evening, Kofa, Mod Squad, chat, and viewers on the replay. Let's get into it. I appreciate you being in here, sis.
You go, girl!
I'm going to get the rest of y'all comments in a minute. Let's keep on rolling.
Optionality that I'd never had because no one ever told me, and they're seeing it as the glass half full.
And I love that for them. But do you feel like the blogs and a lot of people that reported on it picked it up that way?
I think the LA Times did.
And I feel like what Ebony just said now is very important. All Ebony is saying is this isn't ideal. And you don't want you don't want folks to have to necessarily go through this.
For me,
let me just reiterate that because that's very important because these stakes are very high, Lauren. I'm $50,000 into IVF journey by myself. So I don't have a husband splitting that with me, which there's reasons why that's preferable for me. But I really need people to hear that. And I'm taking shots and I'm giving them to myself and I'm doing all this to bring life into this world.
Yeah.
And I don't take it lightly because it's a very serious thing. So I think when we were very cavalier, not just you, right, but in general with just IVF or just marry outside the race. Obviously been there, done that too.
Oh, I ain't doing that.
Well, I heard some Snow King commentary
I
earlier.
said
I said
the guy was cute.
Now I
can't eat
Well, hold up, guys. We got to take some calls. Yeah, we got to take some calls.
Oh my God.
We got to take some calls. 800.
We're doing this so because I feel like people don't get this.
1051.
If you listen, okay, let's go.
We got to take some calls when we come back. And I just want to say this.
I
just want to say this. Most people don't know what Ebony's going through right now with the in vitro and infertility.
Yeah.
No, because most people haven't been through it. And the fact that
Holding Court podcast.
Thank you, Charlamagne. I was gonna say, but the people that listen to Holding Court, they get that every day.
But the fact that she has to do it by herself is a lot. Like she has to put them shots in her stomach and all that by herself.
Thank you, Envy.
And most people don't know it. Like I can't even imagine if my wife had to do it by herself or a woman having to do it by herself and go to those doctor's appointments. So
it's a lot. Be in that waiting room by yourself.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I can't imagine that.
And the transfer. We'll take some calls when we come back.
We got to talk about the stuff that we agreed with too, because a lot of people.
When black men end up alone and can't create a life, they can't go down and say, hey, imagine a man saying, I want a child so bad, I don't want to adopt, I want my own legacy, and then having to taking his hard-earned money and then paying for a surrogate mother. He take his semen that he done shook dice to out in a cup, get somebody's eggs that's frozen that may not want kids, but for whatever reason she donated, just flip it. Just flip it, right? It doesn't happen like that, right? We can't create life with them. They carry the life, right? We create the life together. They carry the life until the life gets here. And then it's, on daddy to take care of, especially when he doesn't want to. Those are the dudes they tend to run behind, but I digress. So imagine a man getting older, no kids, no legacy, no whatever. He just got his truck, his pistol, and his dog. What does everybody say? That sounds like a choice to me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
So to sit up and be like, oh, she got to do it on her own. These women are actively telling you, I don't want kids now. I'm going to freeze my eggs and wait until later when I don't have a husband. I don't have a man. So now I'm making an active choice to do this shit on my fucking own. And somehow, some way, y'all know how I do, that shit makes sense in their lady brain.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
Let me get to these super chats. I appreciate y'all being in here. Blood Crow says, hell yeah, a letter L. Mo on the Go says, I wasn't allowed to date and was told by my dad to stay away from men. I finally started in my 20s, but was too scared. Excuse me. Didn't even realize I was scared until 40. That can go like that. And this is the thing about that, Mo. Again, flip the coin over. I'm always going to come from the man side of it. When there's a guy that just does not do well with women up until his 30s, 40s, till he quote unquote get his shit together, nobody feels fucking bad. Whether he's scared, whether he's lame, whether he's broke, whatever the fuck. And a lot of times, like I say over here, the guys that black women are calling broke are usually guys that have 9-to-5s and all the basics are taken care of. But they quick to sit their ass up and be like, oh, that's basic. In a negative way. Not that he has a foundation to stand on, but they'll turn around and use, as you say, the poor woman's IVF and get nutted in by a dude that don't got a damn job at all.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
So I hate when I hear that stuff from sisters. I think everybody deserves not deserves, but should earn and work for somebody. I think there's some, that's just my thinking. I know a lot of guys in the red people like, this nigga soft. I don't give a fuck. When it boiled down to it, salute again for that, Rinse Turner. I got you on both, bro. When it boiled down to it, there's more women than there are men. The pool is already smaller anyway. Then you're making these active choices coming out of college or whatever your respective age group is of, I only want this certain type of dude. So you shrink the pool. Then the answer becomes, I'm going to date outside the race because I'm tired of black men when you've only been dating a certain type of black men. Then you get with these white dudes, as we've seen recently, all this shit coming down the social media timeline. Y'all can't hold on to the white men. Pool keeps getting smaller. By the time you get older, Ebony's right. You hit 40, it's smaller. I have so many fucking conversations when I promise you, my right hand to God, I promise you, the same exact women I had conversations with 5, maybe 10 years ago, in the early 30s to mid 30s, they was popping that shit. I don't need no nigga. This, that, and matter of fact, this the crazy shit black women say. Start paying attention, fellas. I don't need no man. I want a real nigga. One more time. I don't need a man. I want me a real nigga.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
And as I always say, that's exactly what the fuck y'all got. A real nigga. He's not going to be a fucking father.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Then you get 50. And the women I'm having conversations with in their early mid 50s, I used to talk like that. This is how I know y'all have been told, because those older women are quick to also say, my mama tried to tell me, my auntie tried to tell me, that old lady at church tried to tell me. I'm getting my information from the horse's mouth. These are black women's words I'm sharing with y'all, if we're going to be totally honest. This is my little black boy memory, watching Sally Jassy Raphael, overhearing my grandma, my aunties talking shit like that. So I know y'all were told, girl, fuck these niggas, go to school, get all that. But y'all were also told who the fuck to watch out for. Y'all were also told, stop hanging out with that boy with them sagging pants. He don't mean you no good, baby. What's wrong with Miss Johnny grandson? Wasn't shit wrong with that dude. But in your lady brain, you had made up something. He was too fat, too lame. He wasn't one of the cool, all that shit. And it ended up catching up with you.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
BT says, give us the backstory of the new letter L video. Oh, you missed that. So I got hit with not a copyright strike, but a copyright notification from Sesame Street because of the Elmo L that I played yesterday, y'all. So I had to switch it up. But you missed that, BT. I talked about that a little bit earlier. Mo says, never had a relationship. You done dated somebody, Mo. You not a bad looking sister. So somebody was trying to holler. DG says, oh, y'all, salute. Rinse Turner with the $5 super chat. Brother, I appreciate you. He's throwing up the salutes. Yeah, I am too, Felicia. But Mo, again, not a bad looking sister to me. But I don't know who you were around or what you gravitated to, or if you just locked yourself in the house. I tell my homegirls all the time, been telling them again since the 20s. Stop doing that shit. Ain't no man this is not a porno. Some man is not going to deliver a pizza to your house with his dick touching the damn ground, hop up in you one time, and all of a sudden he's in love and y'all have this beautiful marriage. Y'all got to stop doing that, ladies. So maybe I'm talking to the younger women now. I told women in their 20s not to do it. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Mind your business. Told women in their 30s, I don't need no nigga no way. Cool. Now I'm into my 40s.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Y'all going to keep on learning. Let's keep on going. Another $10 super chat from Rich Turner. Brother says, imagine having to sit in a room and shoot somebody else's skeet into your own balls. Now that sounds crazy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Big fast, bro. I don't got a 10, but I got 2 5s. D Mays in the building. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you tuning in from Facebook. I got you. Let y'all have that conversation with Mo. D Mays says, what are we talking about? I'm talking about Eboni K trying to school a lot of these younger women because now she's up against that wall, that pressure of, oh shit, I'm 40, my biological clock. I'm glad I froze my eggs, and now I'm going through this transition because the dating pool for black women, successful black women, has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, regular sisters got to realize, I hope that caught you up, D Mays. The regular sisters got to realize you don't got Eboni K money. You know, when brothers were talking about how much Dr. Dre, some of these other celebrities, who else had to pay a bunch of money in divorce court and alimony and things like that. Jeff Bezos. First thing black women told us, well, you ain't Jeff Bezos. Well, you ain't Dr. Dre. You don't got that kind of money. That was the fear of black men. I don't have that type of money. So if 50% of my fucking income leaves, I'm fucked. Guess what, sis? You're not Eboni K. Your ass may not be able to afford it in vitro. You need to be making some good ass money, right? But that goes back to let me go get my education in school. Also, you could have had a man and didn't need the in vitro. But now you're in this space to choose because the fuck ass niggas you done laid up with, you know they ain't no damn good. By now you're mature enough to realize he ain't gonna be no damn father, so he's out of the way. The dude that you actually graduated college with or went to college, went to college and you met in the workspace when you were starting out life, he was too broke. So you don't want him because you done belittled the shit out of him back then. He didn't forget that shit. So when your ass try to circle back, when you find him or come across him on socials, because again, we 6 degrees from separation. So if your ass lived in Texas and moved to Atlanta, 9 times out of 10, you probably know at least 3, 4, 5 people from out in Texas where you're from that moved to Atlanta. So now that guy still remembers that y'all got the same friend circle, but he don't want your motherfucking ass no more. And then you start sprinkling in the weight.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Because all y'all don't look like you used to look in college. So all them goddamn degrees, all that little piece of change that you think you done got, that boss bitch status, and you still by your damn self with a pint of Haagen-Dazs and an ugly ass little rat dog.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
D-May says, no lies detected. God damn it. Blue Exodus says, are black women giving grace for the things we didn't know? He said, are black men giving grace for the things we didn't know? These women are 30 plus and 40 and sound educated but didn't understand this. How?
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Mo, y'all can't do that, sis. You better use that thing while it's still active. Y'all can't do that. Felicia with the $5 super chat. I got you, sis. Felicia says, just supporting the platform. I appreciate it, sis.
You go, girl!
D. May says, Holly Berry, still by herself, divorced a couple of times with them white dudes, right? But that's a lot of sisters' answer. So now you done dated. You haven't dated. You've been out there loose as a goose, as the old folks say, having your fun. Haven't dated no serious black man. Then thought you was such boss status, you're going to run that black man into the ground. So now that pool gets smaller. Then you start dating white men. He realized you actually do have that stereotypical black woman attitude. You gone. Now it gets smaller. Now you're trying to circle back to the good dude. And I'm telling you, as a reformed simp, as a previous nice guy, I can smell y'all women circling back to the nice guy a mile away. So now that's even smaller. So Eboni K is on to something, but I like to pinpoint, just like she did, you don't have her fucking money. What she's talking about for real, is a rich black woman problem.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
When it comes to in vitro, but all of y'all across the board, regardless of your status, regardless of your money, the older you get, the smaller the dating pool is going to get. I don't know how many times it has to be said. Stop sitting up here lying. You lying on black men, and now you lying on grandmama. You gonna sit up here and say these older black women didn't tell you that shit? You a goddamn lie.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
D. May says, I never understood that. Big facts. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on scrolling. D. May also says, Beyonce talking about all my single ladies, but you're married.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And sisters ate that shit up. JC says she ain't bad at all. You see them eyeballs, Mo, you better act right, girl. Blue Exodus says, I'm 33 and over the last few years, I've been seeing them try to spin the block. Some gave up and went les. I'm just watching the show and using my blue book. Big facts, bro. That's the other part we left out. Now, all the requirements you have for men, you don't have for women. All the requirements you have for black men, you don't have for white men. Y'all compartmentalize whenever the fuck you want to. And again, I told y'all ass stop talking about what's a good man and good is subjective. You're a goddamn lie from the gates of hell. Because again, You know the difference between Chick-fil-A's My Pleasure and that ice cream machine at McDonald's that's always broke. Your ass know the damn difference between good and bad.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Let me keep on rolling with the content. Then I'm going to switch back to y'all comments.
Agree with some things that you
I'm sure
said.
the callers will probably get to some of it. But
we ain't got all that much time, guys.
Okay,
800-585-1051. Let's go. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Our special guest host, Lauren LaRosa, is here, and Eboni K. Williams is still here. We're having a grown-up discussion this morning, and we're opening up the phone lines. I'm going to let you guys out there get a chance to chop it up with Eboni K. Williams, all right? 800-585-1051, and we just want to say it's a respectful conversation. So as soon as the disrespect happens, we're banging on you.
That's
so
right.
just
No
let
bus
that know
drivers.
right now.
Okay, bus driver gate has happened. We're on to something else now.
You stop it, Charlamagne.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Chris.
Hey, Chris. This is
I don't even think we should be talking to guys.
I don't want to hear from any men.
Yeah, I don't think we
This
should
is
be
not
talking
for
to no men about this.
This is not a conversation for men to co-op and celebrate their mediocrity.
I agree.
Jesus.
Back to the bigotry of low expectations for you, boy.
I teed it up right for you, Charlamagne. Thank you. No, because
You see how they just cut that guy off? They don't know if he was asking a question for his girlfriend. They don't know if he was asking a question for his wife. They don't know. They assume. And then she took a pot shot at bruh, saying, oh, this is not a space for men to celebrate their mediocrity. However, Eboni K, you are choosing to be a fucking single mama. You're choosing to be a baby mama from a motherfucker that you may not even ever find out who the hell he is, depending on if the pregnancy even takes. That sounds mediocre as fuck to me.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Once again, ladies, you don't have her money, but brothers, pay attention. Even though she still got that money, she's still operating in baby mamadom.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let's keep on rolling.
that co-op is happening, and don't think I don't see it in the comments.
I can't wait to use that in an argument.
Jesus.
You're just co-oping your mediocrity.
You don't know what that man identified as, but all right, let's go to another caller. Hello, who's this?
Not that y'all didn't know what he identified as.
See, they just hung up.
Hello?
Alicia.
Hey, Alicia, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Eboni K. Williams is here. You got a question, comment? Let's discuss.
Oh, well, I just kind of wanted to agree with her. First of all, she stated that if this is what you want, and you're like, this is what I suggest. So she was not pushing that on anyone. But if we're being honest, that's what our counterparts teach their girls. To go to college and find a husband. Education is almost secondary to, especially white Southern women. So I don't see a problem with it.
Is that true?
Thank you, sis.
Yes.
It absolutely is true. So,
Yes,
I
yes.
went to UNC Chapel Hill, a very predominantly white institution in the South, as the good sis just mentioned. And that ring before spring shit is serious for them. And it's twofold. What they're looking to do, because our counterparts tend to view marriage primarily through a lens of economic stability. Let's be clear.
Yep.
And historically, we know that is the nature of marriage.
The contract.
Correct. It's a transaction of sorts. And I know, once again, the tears are going to roll when I say that out loud for some.
I don't know
because
why.
Because they are not willing to really stand in the reality of the tenets of marriage in America today.
Love don't pay mortgage.
Right. So that's the reality. And our counterparts
Pause it. You heard Lauren just say, love don't pay the mortgage. Bet. Keep this shit in mind, bro. Keep your motherfucking money in your goddamn pocket.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Stop taking care of these bitches' bastard children. Keep your money in your fucking pocket, bro. Because love don't pay the mortgage. Pay your own motherfucking mortgage. Love don't pay the mortgage, but let's get the Mo's comment real quick. Money is not going to give that baby a father figure.
You go, girl!
I want y'all to notice the subtle nuances of how much women contradict themselves when they're fucking talking. I'm going to let it keep on running.
do it all the time. The difference is they are not shamed when they do it. I think that when you see black girls and black young women going and making the space for marriage as much of a priority as education, it flies in the face of a generation that told me and mine, go to school, stay focused, don't get pregnant. Boys are a distraction, right? They're going to throw you off your game. get your education, get your money, get your house, get your power, figure out who you are, stand in it, and then go partner, get married, and live happily ever after. The challenge with that, because that's the model I took, I'm proud to have taken it. I had a little default start in marriage that was not for me, so I divorced him. Not a problem. Great guy. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is most black women do want the traditional marital nuclear family model. Mm-hmm. And when you get to a certain level.
Lies. Let's continue.
Of income as black women, a certain level of power, a certain level of being able to travel the world on your own dime and be in the Sky Lounge without some dusty son swipe.
That shrinking happens.
The shrinking happens. And also, let me tell you what else. You move different, sis. You move. You think your swag is on 1,000 today and it's very high and I love seeing it. Wait till you're over that $1 million a year mark of income. Wait till you own your $1.7 million property in your own name, and only your name is on the deed.
Based on a true story, Eboni K. Williams.
So I'm just saying, you ain't nobody's gonna be able to tell you shit unless they're coming all the way correct.
Period.
And that's gonna make that pool rather even smaller. Go ahead, Envy.
Let's take some more calls. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hello, who's this?
You see how everything came back down to $1, right? You see, she said marriage just wasn't for me. He was a great guy. I just divorced him. Just wanted to point that out. Again, before she became the Eboni K, then we know she was Eboni K, the lawyer coming out of school. This mentality, bro. It's the mentality. It starts early in their teenage years, if we're going to be honest. Then they're saying they're getting this tutelage from older black women. But you can't tell me that these black women are just telling you that, and they're not telling you, child, you might be alone. One thing we do know about black women, they're going to fucking talk. So there's no way in hell you're going to tell me grandmama, auntie, and old lady at church ain't sit your ass down and said, focus on this. Don't pay these boys no attention. Then you can go on and get married. But you got to understand that shit may not happen. Because a lot of men, y'all love saying all men don't like successful black women and all that shit. Then y'all come with the controlling point of view and all that. We hear this shit night after night, panel after panel, podcast after podcast. Now we got these two women up here sitting and saying, oh, I got this, and can't nobody gonna be able to tell me shit. Again, when it comes out of man's mouth, we're the devil. Then they turn around and admit this shit, and we just supposed to be like, hell yeah. Which one do you want, ladies? Matter of fact, brothers, fuck what they want. Just pay attention to what the hell they do.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Let's keep on going.
Hello, good morning. Who's this? Hey, what's your name?
Sophia.
Hey, Sophia, what's your question for Eboni K. Williams?
Not question. Well, I guess a question. I have a few things. Like, how were you raised? I seen that you were 40. I'm 48. I'm a black woman, raised with black women. We were not raised to go look for a man. We were not raised to, it doesn't matter. Like, we wasn't raised to just go look for a ring. Oh, my God, I just have to have a man. We were raised to respect ourselves, to love God. And if God saw fit for us to be married, our husband would find us. Like, it's like you putting your failures or how that you seem like you failed because you didn't get a ring in college, that you putting it off on other women, especially black women. When that's not how black women, I don't know any other race, but that's not how I was raised.
Okay, let Eboni respond.
So,
yeah, good morning, good sis. So listen, I was raised by a God-fearing, incredible black woman named Gloria, who raised me to go to school, go to more school, get the bag, and stand in my truth and power. So that's the first answer to your question. As for failure, I don't have any in the space, dear. I actually was married. I had a beautiful cushion-cut diamond on my finger until I decided to give it back because I no longer wanted to be married. So I don't have failure in the space.
I no longer wanted to be married. I gave it back because I no longer wanted to be married. I don't have failure. I want you to look at the mindset, bro. The delusion, the I'm all powerful, I am all things, I can this, all that shit. Where we at? I gotta go ahead and give her this shit. Where are we at? Where's my button? This is the way they fucking live, bro. I thought I dropped it in here. Damn it. I can't find it. I done missed the damn mark. Oh, there we go. This is how they live. if it'll play. Nope, it won't play. Fuck it. Y'all know. There we go.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
Bring it back to where the fuck we were, man. I didn't fail in that space. I just decided I didn't want this good man.
Okay, let Ebony respond.
So, yeah,
We got
good
me a
morning,
diamond.
sis. So listen, I was raised by a God-fearing, incredible black woman named Gloria, who raised me to go to school, go to more school, get the bag, and stand in my truth and power. So that's the first answer to your question. As for failure, I don't have any in the space, dear. I actually was married. I had a beautiful cushion-cut diamond on my finger until I decided to give it back because I no longer wanted to be married. So I don't have failure in the space. The only reason I'm not married is because I divorced my husband. Now, as to putting this on black women, I'm doing no...
Let me pause. I didn't forget about it. I kept scrolling. I remember I saw it. My bad. KP from KC with the $2 super chat. I already know what time it is, bro. He says extra requirements equal black tax because you're just a N. Pretty much for black men. That's what we got to do extra as their dating pool gets smaller.
These last $2.
My bad, KP. Let's keep on rolling, y'all.
Thing. What I know for fact, because I have sorority sisters, I have good friends, I have a strong global sisterhood of black women who tell me, some of them, tell me that despite their success, despite their careers, and despite their money, they, in their heart of hearts, still desire marriage. It is something that they want. And I think we got to get rid of shaming black women for wanting what they want. It's not. I'll give you this as a handbag example. Some people like Birkin bags. If Lauren comes and tells me, Ebony, I want to get a Birkin bag, let me tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to try to convince her to get another kind of bag. I'm not going to say, girl, have you seen the Chanels? Well, what about the Louis Vuittons? I'm not going to talk to you about how Hermes bags are priced out of range and they should be more accessible to people. No, I'm going to talk to you about how to get the money situation together so we can walk in Hermes right there on Madison and make your dream a reality. And that's all I'm doing. For the black women that is already a desire of their heart to be married in a timely fashion, that's who this advice is for. If you don't want that, I want nothing but what you want for yourself.
Is the caller still on the line?
No, let's go to.
If
let's
you
go to one
don't
more call.
want that, go get the Michael Kors.
I will say though, I think
go get the Michael Kors.
I think a lot of people take the stance that she took because you literally a lot of people don't know certain things, right? They don't listen.
Yeah.
But I also think that
say that part one more time. They don't know certain things and they don't listen.
But wait,
Go ahead.
another important point is I think a lot of people take.
They don't know certain things and they don't listen. You don't say.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Let's keep going.
You just as a personality and all that you have going on as like you look and speak down on people. And I think with black women it's instantly triggering because we've had that happen so much, right? And that's why that happens where she's like, well, how were you raised? Like even the way that she came into that call was like, you think that you're better or you think that you're doing something that other people have not done, right? And I think that happens a lot with you.
Yeah, it's a projection. Yeah, so I'm 40, right? So none of that's new, Lauren, just so you know. Like,
I know,
when you walk through the world carrying yourself the way I do, having my aesthetic, projections and presumptions about who I am and what my values are come with the territory. But that's also why I do the work I do. I got 100 episodes of Holding Court people can watch. I'm on every day here locally in New York, Channel 55, 11:30 a.m. Equal Justice with Judge Ebony. Yes, I'm judging you. And several other things. I got 2 books out, including Bet on Bike. What'd you say, baby?
I saw Equal Justice in Vegas.
You saw it? Yeah. Yeah, it's nationally syndicated. I'm in 85% of American homes. So there's lots of content to consume.
Well, let's go to another caller, and I just want to put out there, Ebony K. Williams is talking that talk. She has a gold 35 Birkin bag with
Thank you, baby.
Look like gold hardware.
You're correct. Yellow gold. Thank you, Envy.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true man of Hermes.
Y'all rich. Oh, y'all rich.
I said my husband better be able to spot the bags like that.
Rich.
Charlamagne, please.
Hello, who's this?
Now the money talk.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Tish. I'm calling from Houston.
Hey, Tish, what's your question for Ebony K. Williams?
It's not really a question. I'm just saying well, first of all, good morning to everybody. I just want to say that I am Team Ebony, and I don't see anything that she's saying is wrong. She's let her platform, everyone who follows her, know that as an older woman, I'm just giving you advice. I've been there.
I've been through college, and this is my feelings based on my experiences, and I just feel like she should be respected for it.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling, Mama.
Appreciate it, sis.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
So let's put a button on this, man. Because
let's wrap this up.
I think this was very informative and very, 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 very educational. And I would like to say Eboni K. Williams is not Kevin Samuels with a silk press. Okay,
not at all. We're not championing mediocrity. No.
You see the shots they keep taking at Kevin? I'm getting ready to get about this because we get the point now. Let me go ahead. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring that shit back on me. Eboni K is not Kevin Samuels with a sick press. Oh, no, we're not championing mediocrity. When the fuck did Kevin champion mediocrity? He dealt like most men deal with in fucking reality. Not living in fucking... Once again, sisters, y'all gonna have to.
This is letter L, upper and lowercase letter L.
Hold that. Now, why I'm not mad at Eboni for trying to school these younger women, you get the picture. They ass still won't listen. Initially, in the beginning of that interview, Lauren was talking about how she pretty much tuned out from Eboni when she started mentioning that the dating pool was getting smaller. So even women won't listen to women. When men are trying to give this information, even if family members, I keep using that example, an older uncle, a father, y'all tend not to want to fucking listen. Mo said her dad was telling her to stay focused on her studies and stuff like that. Let me tell black men out there, get over that bullshit. Let me talk to the men right now. Stop doing that shit to your daughters. Give them a time frame. I told my daughters 2 goddamn things. You find somebody like me or better. Because I know I'm a solid ass man. I can stand on that shit. I don't know which one of y'all brothers can't stand on who you are as a man, but I fucking can. Y'all find somebody like me or better. Number 2, you marry before you carry. Told my oldest one, because she's in that college age, don't start looking for a husband like most women graduating from college till about 23, 24. I would prefer like 27. You're still fertile, you still look good. I want you to have some little taste of life, but don't go out here handing out your cat. Y'all think I be bad on here. Y'all to see the way till I talk to my damn girls. Daddy keep it a fucking buck. Don't be out here throwing around your cat like Halloween candy.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
So I know if I can say that to my 2 girls, that older black women have given y'all the game. So for you to sit up there and say, oh, we didn't know. Older women, older than Eboni K, she's talking about her sorrows and stuff. I wish I had somebody tell me. You a lie from the gates of hell. And then again, the shot at Kevin Samuels. That brother talked about marriage. He talked about pooling our resources as men and women. But y'all still, most women, brothers, they still got that baseline of 6 figures. Now they starting to talk that 6 figures ain't shit. So everybody got to be a fucking celebrity. Everybody, we're not celebrating mediocrity. So you got to be the top of the top of the top of the top of the top. Who gonna pave the road? Who gonna come fix your toilet? Who gonna replace your roof? There's different people for different things. I'm not telling brothers to stay in mediocrity. I want you to reach the pinnacle of whatever your respective field is. Or don't be afraid to pivot, because you see how the women go out here, they live their full life. And I tell sisters this all the time. Only thing that's really happening right now, y'all are talking about men are so fucking immature and shit like that. The roles reverse. When your titties and your ass was sitting up, the shit that we're attracted to you about, you didn't want a lot of solid ass men. You didn't want good men. You want to throw your cat out there, like I said, like Halloween candy. You done did everything you wanted to damn do. Or, not picking on you, Mo, but like a Mo said, she was in the house, she was afraid to date a little bit. I know plenty of sisters that do that shit. They lock themselves in. You have no type of dating skills, social skills of dealing with a man. So a lot of times, I don't know if you got kids or not, but a lot of times I've seen where women have done that and then they say, fuck it. They throw on that little red dress, that black dress. They skip their ass out there and they get pregnant. 1 shot, 1 kill.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Because they haven't been dating, so they don't know which lies the dude is telling. All that shit sound good. He get the box the first night. because she believed him, because she don't know any social interaction with any men. And then when a real one comes along, you don't even know how to react to that. Dating pool, shrinking. But Eboni K came out and tell y'all this shit, and now it's a conversation. Brothers that love you, sit next to you, grew up with you, done said some of the same shit, and we're the fucking devil. Y'all wonder why y'all got what the fuck y'all got.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Let me slide back over to y'all comments. We're gonna get ready to roll. That was the video for this evening. Let me pick up where we were. Y'all give me 1 second. Look, I was laughing my ass off. KP said she couldn't find a basketball or football player in North Carolina.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me see. Mo had said that's because people just listen to sound bites of KS all out of context.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Let me see. Felicia says, true, I would hear KS sound bites and be like, what the hell? But once I listened to the program, I understood it.
You go, girl!
KP says she could only get a ring pop from me. Mo was talking about her starter marriage. It just wasn't for me. Suspect. A lot of women are more focused on money, not family focused. That's big fact. That's something we were talking about. We traded in our families for fun. Yeah, I got your super chat then. KP says they fear God but hate men. Laughing my ass off. How does that even make sense? Those two don't even match. Let's keep on going. Wash Gamer in the building. What's going on?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Wash Gamer says this call pissed me off. Nothing of God was mentioned in this segment at all. Blue Exodus says men marry femininity and women not use box. The box is default. Respect is not.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Stewart right back at us. He says power is the ability to move yet remain unmoved. Power has nothing to do with money, a job, or material possessions. Stress is the only thing procured, not power. Where we at?
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Flawless Mentality, Dr. Mark says behavior is always the truth and the women live in how they feel almost exclusively.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Preaching, Doc. Preaching. Stewart says if she can get fired or fined, she has no power. Speaking of her job. Blue, I caught the typo. He says I meant Kofa breaking down womanese. I'll be trying to, man. Mo says handbag, just materialistic. Barf. Big facts. DG says tell me what black women want. I can't get past the attitudes. It's a lot of brothers that can't, man. So again, it's about time to step up the game, dog, for all of us. Explore your options. It's a reason why I enjoyed myself in Medellin, because I allowed myself to enjoy myself in Medellin. I allowed myself to go. I paid for the passport. I paid for the ticket, all that shit. And people are gonna, oh, you ain't spend no money for real to this, that, and the third. You show me when you got a woman and that, all this extra shit. You take a woman out to go on a vacation and then you post your pictures. Give yourself an opportunity, bro. You see what the women have said. We had 2 women 10 years apart having a conversation with the world, but then hung up on a guy that called. They don't know what question. We immediately get dismissed, and both of the brothers were cool with it. So we got to deal with the women. We got to deal with society at large as black men, and we got to deal with these sucker-ass black men on the other side, because the first thing black women are going to do is say, well, he's a black man, and he agrees with me. Stand in your masculinity, bro. Stay on your motherfucking square. Be a solid, good-ass man. Can't poke a hole in my story. I done been through the hell and high water. I done had the pond shit. But I made sure them damn lights were on for my daughter. So I done raised a whole nother damn life volunteered with other people, kids, did shit in the damn community, kept my ass out of jail, got a fucking degree, got a career. But guess what? Somebody gonna tell me that ain't enough. Let's keep on going. Now, I'm not just talking about me. It's another brother on the other side of this camera that's just as solid, having even more, and had to go through more hell because he got more money than me. So women feel like he should just be frivolous with his shit. One thing y'all need to understand about men with money, ladies, brothers be real tight with that shit. That's how he kept the damn money.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Now he got to play keep away from you, because while y'all make money, y'all also blow it. But we don't like talking about that. Let's keep on going. Blue says she sounds like a male newscaster. Back to you, Bill, with sports.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Just all in her feelings. Big facts. Blue says somebody make an AI of Ev's voice doing the news. Okay, I'm done. Stewart says anybody that says I'm standing in my truth is lying to themselves.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
She called Kevin Samuels mediocrity. That's why I went ahead and cut that shit. It was like 2 more minutes of bullshit rhetoric. So, yeah, Mo, imagine that. Blue says, wow, K has passed away and she's still taking shots. Exactly. Charlamagne too. The Breakfast Club in general. This is why I was talking about this shit. Because when Kevin Samuels was talking about marriage and other things like that, big ass Breakfast Club didn't bring this brother on that has 1 million subscribers, doing numbers on YouTube. All male content created content that he did for himself. That's why I get the term we're flying the plane while we're building the plane while we're flying it from. Because he would have technical issues and keep on rolling. We're all learning on the fly a lot of times in this space. So for him to reach that pinnacle and still be on their damn lips, this man been dead 1.5 years and he's still living rent-free in their damn head.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Watch Gamer says, yep, holding that L. Blue Exodus says they only listen to Derrick Jackson type of men. Big facts, bro. Flawless gave me the fire. I appreciate it, bro. Mo says, oh, Daddy Kofa. Man, I love my girls. But I'm going to keep it a buck with them. Tell them all the time, you a princess, but you only a princess to me. The world will fuck you up. So yes, I try to teach them how to watch for that shit. Recognize a good man. Recognize when a dude on some bullshit. They're going to date. Let me pivot back to the men real quick. Bruh, get out your fucking feelings. Your daughter is going to date. She is a princess. She is only a princess to you. Your daughter has a vagina. Let me put it so you understand. When she hits her early teens, her pussy is going to bleed. Stop being a fucking idiot acting like you don't know what the fuck to do. Go get some pads, go get some tampons. Let me put it to you in more male language. The chick you was fucking with, you know how I taught my daughter how to count her days, that 30 days in between, roughly 30 days in between the cycle? You know why I knew how to do that shit? Because the chicks I used to fuck with, I started counting 30 goddamn days from when I could get the pussy again.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I recognized when her damn cycle came on during the month. 30 days from now, I better get it. After this week, I better dig in that shit, because that next month, around this same time, I ain't gonna be able to get it. Get out of this attitude, this mind state. I was talking with a homegirl at work today, and she was talking about how her mom treats her older brother. She's the youngest, but her brother's well into his fucking 40s, and his mama still has a mentality of, well, you know, men don't know how to do that. Very old school mentality. And unfortunately, a lot of black men have adopted this shit. You're not an idiot. You're not a fucking child. You know women have cycles. That includes your baby girl, bro. That includes your niece. I told my daughter when she got her cycle, you can't wear white pants or light jeans to school when your cycle is on. Because I told her, she was, well, how you know, Daddy? You a man, blah, blah, blah. Listening to her fucking mama. Because when I was in middle school, there was a girl I was in class with, and she had on white jeans. Her cycle came on, and it looked like a fucking murder scene.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And she was just in the rhythm of having her cycle, and she was totally embarrassed. I remember that shit. I remember her crying. One female teacher came, another female teacher came. I remember how big of a deal it was. So if you don't want your daughter to go through certain embarrassments in life, men, start having the fucking conversation. Even if they ask, grow up older, get on public TV and lie and say, I wasn't told, you know your daughter lying because you know you told her. You did your job as a goddamn father. I'm off that now. Let's keep on going. Vaughn in the building from Facebook. Salute, sis. What's going on?
You go, girl.
She says, once you fuck up, you can't take it back. Hold on to your cat. Flawless Mentality says, I tell my daughter the same thing, Kofa, my brother. Yes, sir. Got to be real with her, man. We the first men that your daughter falls in love with. No weird shit. Just like little boys, the first woman you love is your mother. So as men, it is imperative on us to tell our daughters the truth. Sometimes that shit gonna be ugly. She ain't gonna get it. She gonna get lippy at the mouth and all that shit. But you gotta adjust that shit. You know what the fuck you're doing because you done made it this far as a damn man. Stop acting like y'all fucking idiots, black man. Just because black women don't respect what the hell we saying a lot of times, you know we telling the truth. And like I tell sisters all the time, that's how I came up with the hoodie, the Stop Lying on Black Men hoodie. Stop lying on us and we'll stop telling the truth on you.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Let's keep on going. Mo says, thank you, Growth. Thank you, Growth fam. Great show. Salute, sis. I really appreciate you. We getting ready to roll. Jay Gray says, preach. Blue says, facts. Jay Gray says, it looked like a murder scene. Man, I was so embarrassed for that girl. What is going on? Andre from Love Crossing Borders, bruh. I don't know if I told you before. I think you stopped in before. Hopefully you still in the chat and you hear me. Brother, you adopted. You my older brother. You just don't know it yet.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
I talk about you and Andrea all the time, man. I appreciate y'all content. Thank you for being in here, y'all. That's the last comment of the night, man. We getting ready to wrap up. Again, like I tell, oh, DG just dropped, let me see. DG dropped a $5 super chat. Here you go, brother. DG says, my daughter caught her first cycle and I wasn't prepared. I'll mark that day down. Now I'm ready. Yes, sir.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Jay Will said, I was here the whole time. Peace to everyone. Blue said, salute, Andre. Andre laughing. He said, I'll take that, Grove. Yes, sir, bro. I promise you. I just did a video. I just got back from Medellin, but when I get ready to go to Cali, Santa Marta, more up that way, I'm gonna hit you up, especially when I get ready to come to Cali. I've been to Cartagena too, so I kind of, feel my way around there, bro. But I really appreciate your content. I try to put my boys on. Like you said, some of these cats just ain't gonna listen, but it is what it is. EJ with the $2 super chat. You know what I got for you, brother. I appreciate you.
These last $2.
And one more time, sisters, y'all gonna have to hold this.
This is letter L, upper and lowercase letter L.
We getting ready to roll up out this thing, man. I appreciate y'all as always. Once again, I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. Growth Talk Podcast. Growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I thank you all for being in here. This was an off night, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up. We actually went longer than I thought. We're right back tomorrow night talking about the whole protection thing. It's a reason why I'm bringing it up again, but we're talking tomorrow night, Thursday, October 5th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back in this thing talking protection of black women and just women in general and the thought process and things it can lead to. Again, I appreciate you all. Like I always say, I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. As always, brothers, you matter. You're not crazy. You make better choices. Another $2. Did you hit me again? Well, we're going to roll out on the last $2.
These last $2.
Appreciate you, EJ. As always, brothers, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. If anybody sees Auntie Sean around the chat, I texted her the other day. She didn't answer. Now I'm getting a little bit concerned because y'all know she was under the weather and she was sick. She usually hits me right back. So if y'all see her floating around the chat, tell her she owed me a text or a phone call. I'm going to try to reach out to her again, but I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Love everybody. Peace.